Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for another online yoga practice. So today we're celebrating the autumn equinox, or Mabon, which we celebrate on the 23rd of September. The equinox is the day where the days and the nights are of equal length and truly represents the transition into autumn. To celebrate autumn, we are going to be practicing some cleansing yoga postures. Imagine detoxing and wringing out any of the stale energy that we don't want to take with us into the next season. We're going to clear all that out, leaving us feeling a little bit more spacious, a little bit more open to receive the new energy in. With any yoga practice, be mindful of your joints. When we're working with twists, especially, be mindful of the joints of your lower back, not to push into any pain. If you wanted to bring in some complementary practices to your yoga class, you can bring in some oils, either ginger, cinnamon or clary sage oil will be really good for working along the theme of bringing the autumn energy in while clearing the stale energy out. If you wanted to bring in any crystals, amethyst, selenite or black tourmaline are really good for cleansing or getting rid of the energy we don't want to take with us into the new season. So I really hope you enjoy this practice. I wish you a wonderful start to the autumn season, and any questions, let me know, and I look forward to practicing with you. Namaste. Okay guys, welcome. So we're actually going to start today laying down on our backs. So just finding a comfortable position where your knees are gently bent. You can rest either both hands on your belly or one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And we're just going to take a moment to connect to the breath. So knees can be bent, finding a little bit of space through the lower back and just free breathing. Noticing the natural depth and width of your breath, whether it expands fully into the chest, the lungs, or whether it expands slightly deeper into the low belly. As we work deeper in today's practice, we're going to be expanding all of these deep tissues that surround the lungs, making it feel perhaps a little bit more challenging to breathe through today's practice, but eventually spreading out this space and creating more integrity through the muscles that surround the ribs. You can almost imagine that during today's practice we'll be cleansing by wringing out ourselves, almost like a dishcloth. As we wring out the stale energy, we create space for the new energy to flood in for the autumn season. Physically, we tone and stretch the muscles surrounding the lungs, but more energetically, subtly, we're clearing out the stale energy and creating space for the new energy to flood in. So letting that intention of detoxification and grounding really begin to take root into your practice today. And now I invite you to take some slightly deeper breathing down into the belly, some diaphragmatic breathing. Nothing too intense. We're not looking for full expansive diaphragmatic breathing. Just try to direct your breath down a little bit deeper. On your next exhalation, just hug your right knee in towards your chest. And you can keep your left leg bent as is, or you can extend your left leg long. And as you breathe down into the belly, you may find that there's a little bit of pressure building as the right thigh draws slightly closer towards the right shoulder. This pressure is being sent backwards into the digestive tract to help stimulate movement, the physical aid of detoxification through the digestive system. On your next inhalation, extend your right leg long, and as you exhale, hug your left knee in. And your right knee can be bent or straight, whatever you did on the other side. And just notice how it feels to breathe into the low belly here. You may even notice some deeper stretches through to the connective tissue of the lower back and the waist. If nothing else, hopefully feeling slightly more relaxed here. On your next inhalation, extend your left leg long. And as you exhale, just squeeze both knees in. You can take a little side to side rocking motion, or you can even draw some figure of eights with your thighs. Once again, just stimulating that natural detoxification through aiding your digestion. when the weather outside gets a bit cooler, when we spend a bit more time indoors, perhaps hibernating a little bit, sometimes our digestion gets a little bit sluggish as well. So aiding through this physical detoxification through forward folds and belly breathing is a fantastic aid. From here, bring your arms out to either a cactus position with the elbows bent 90, or you can bring your arms out to a capital T with the palms facing up. As you exhale, just gently lower the knees over towards the right side. You can turn your gaze up or over towards the left hand. And I invite you to continue to breathe slightly lower down into the belly, and just notice as all of those tissues are gently stretched. You can always support your knee with a brick if your knees are quite high off the earth. Inhale, use your hands or your core strength to bring your knees back to center, and then exhale, lower them over to the left. You can keep your gaze up, or you can turn your gaze over towards your right fingertips. Again, continuing to breathe a little bit deeper, lower into the belly as we feel that beautiful expansion. As we inhale, bring your knees back through center, give them a little squeeze into the chest. Now, if you have any low back pain, you can just roll to the right and press up to a seat. Otherwise, it might feel nice to take a couple rolls along the length of the spine, getting a little massage through your back, and then rock all the way up to a seated position. Just find a position with your legs crossed comfortably. Bring the palms to the knees, palms face down. We're just going to take a little bit of churning. So you can do this quite subtly, just moving a little bit into the upper back, almost like you're undulating or circulating through the spine. You can bring this deeper into the pelvis as we begin to work into the upper back, into the neck, maybe a little bit into the shoulders, beginning to trace the outline of the pelvis onto the earth. And just be sure if you went one direction that you switched and go the opposite direction. And once you finish this next round, just bring yourself to a neutral position through the spine. And together, just take a breath and exhale fully. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back, squeeze the shoulder heads together as we inhale. As we exhale, bring your fists over towards your right hip as you hug that right elbow in towards you. Take an inhalation here. And then as we exhale, you have the option to release the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Keep both shoulder blades dropping down, and you create a little bit more space through the neck. You can stay here, or you can begin to turn your chin towards the left shoulder, creating more space through the back of the neck. Bring your chin to your chest, reach those fists back, and then lift your heart as we breathe in. As you exhale, bring your fists over towards your left hip. Left elbow draws in, shoulders drop down, inhaling. Exhale. Option to release the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Let both shoulder blades be soft, breathing smoothly through the nose. You have the option to stay here, or you can turn your chin down towards your right shoulder, finding a little bit more space through the back of the throat. Inhale, bring your chin to your chest, reach those fists back, and then lift your heart. And then release the hands as we roll over the shins, making our way to tabletop position. And together we'll just find stability. Breathing in, we open up through cow pose, lift the crown of the head up, bring the chest forward as the belly drops down. And as we exhale, we round the spine into cat, lifting the belly towards the spine as those shoulder blades separate. And then continue to flow for a couple more rounds. On your next inhalation, bring yourself back to a neutral spine. And exhale, just find support through the tips of the fingers. Inhale, reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, thread the right arm behind your left. You can keep your left fingertips under your left shoulder. You can walk your left hand towards the front edge of your mat, or you can wrap your left hand either for your sacrum or your inner right thigh. Steady your breath. Bring your left palm underneath your left shoulder. Inhale, reach your right fingertips all the way up. And then as we exhale, bring your right palm down. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up. Exhale, slide your left arm underneath your right. Right hand can stay where it is. It can work towards the front edge of your yoga mat for your sacrum, or it can wrap around for your left thigh. For Balasana, or revolved child's pose, sometimes called thread the needle pose. It's a fantastic twist for bringing the movement higher into the spine and at the same time cultivating that wonderful sense of grounding. Bring your right palm underneath your right shoulder. Push into the right hand as we inhale. Reach those left fingertips up. And as we exhale, bring your hands back under your shoulders. We're going to make our way into down dog. So bring the palms slightly forward as you tuck the toes under. Lift those hips up and back. We're going to come into a twisted downward facing dog. So you may want to bring your feet a little bit closer to your hands and a little bit wider, so they're more like shoulder distance apart. Press through the right palm as we breathe, and as we exhale, reach your left palm for your right calf or your right ankle as you look underneath your right shoulder towards the ceiling. Bring your left palm forward as you inhale. As you exhale, bring your right palm to your left calf, your left ankle, as you look underneath your left shoulder. Bring your right palm back to center and just press back to a traditional down dog just for a couple breaths in. And then when you're ready, you're going to look to the space between your hands. Inhale, reach your right leg up, and then exhale, step the right foot through to the space between the hands. Now from here, keep your left hand planted to the earth or to a block, and you have the option to reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling as we move into our revolved runner's lunge. Pushing the left palm into the earth. Find the expansion through the collarbone, through the chest, as that left heel presses back. Take another inhale. As we exhale, drop that left knee down. Option to bend your left knee as you take a hold of the outside of the left foot with your right hand. Keep that right knee trapped over the right ankle as you sink the hips a little bit lower into a quadricep stretch version of our low lunge. On your next breath in, extending your left leg long, bring your right palm down to the outside of your right foot, and then work your right leg towards straight as we exhale. Inhale, option to lift your chin, lift your chest, maybe even flex those right toes back. And as we exhale, chin to shin, just getting a nice little forward fold, once again to stimulate the digestion within the body, but also to slightly embrace the passive quality, the nurturing quality. You're always welcome to sit the sit bones down towards the left heel if you feel more balanced. As we inhale, bring your right knee back over your right ankle, plant the hands, step back to plank, and then you can either push back to downward facing dog, or you can flow. So either lowering knees, chest, chin, or lower halfway down. Inhaling into baby cobra or upward facing dog, tops of the feet flat. And then as we exhale, soften through the back of the neck as you bring yourself back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Look to the space between the hands as we inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step that left foot through. Keep your right hand planted, your right toes rooted, with the option to reach those left fingertips up towards the ceiling. You can turn your gaze up if it feels accessible through the neck. And keep sinking that left thigh low. Keep pushing through the right hand and keep tracking that left knee in. Take an inhale. As we exhale, drop that right knee down and you're welcome to stay there. Otherwise, you can bend your right knee, reach your left hand for the outside of your right foot as you continue to sink those hips low. So just adding on a nice little quadriceps stretch, opening up through the front of the right thigh. Regulate your breathing. Inhaling as we gently release that right foot back, plant the hand to the left foot, outside of the left foot, and exhale to extend the left leg long. Inhale, heart and head lifts. As you exhale, fold, and you always have the option to pull those left toes gently back to work deeper into the lower leg. As we inhale, look forward, track your left knee over the left ankle, plant the hands as we step back to plank. Exhale, option straight for down dog, or you can flow through, option to lower halfway. Inhale, option for baby cobra or upward facing dog. And then as we exhale, bring your way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. As we inhale, lift the right leg up and back. As you exhale, this time bring your right knee across the body, tap the right knee to the left elbow, and then extend the right leg. We're going to move into a fallen triangle, so you have the option to just stay here. Otherwise, spin that left heel down as we reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. So you're going to feel this strengthening your obliques, your shoulders, your core. Just holding here, we won't be here too long, just take another breath in. As we exhale, sink the hips down. So you should be at a wide leg position facing the back left corner of your mat. From here, we're going to bend the right knee, so that front knee bends, coming into revolved head to knee. So from here, you can bring your left hand in front of your left thigh as you reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Option here to hold, or on your exhalation, you can begin to side stretch. Depending on the mobility of your hamstrings, your shoulders, maybe you can touch the toes, but not forcing that, just finding a position that works for your body. Inhale, make your way back up. You have the option to plant your right hand behind your right hip, lift the pelvis up just for a breath in, and then exhale, sink those hips low. Now this gets a little bit confusing depending on where you are in your space on your mat. You're going to take your left leg, your back leg, bring it across and bring your left foot to the outside of the right knee. We're going to come into half Lord of the Fishes pose, so I'm not mirroring you, so it might look a bit confusing. You're going to use the crook of the right elbow around the left shin as you bring your left hand behind your left hip, looking out over the left shoulder. Finding a smooth breath. On your next breath in, bring yourself to center and a quick little counter twist, exhaling, look out over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. We're going to see if we can come out the same way we came in. If not, just roll over and make your way back to downward facing dog. Otherwise, planting your right hand, extend your left leg to the back of your mat, the right leg out to an angle to the side. Push through the right hand to lift into revolved triangle. Take an inhale. Exhale, plant the left hand down.
Inhale, reach your right leg all the way back and up into three-legged dog. As you exhale, option to just come to down dog, or you can take a three-legged low plank. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. I'm going to switch sides so you can see what I'm doing. Inhaling, we're going to lift the left leg all the way up and back. As we exhale, bring your knee towards your nose and then bring your left knee to your right elbow. From there, extend your lower leg, press through the left palm, press through the right heel as you reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Try to breathe. We won't be here forever. We're just going to strengthen a little bit through the side waist. Inhaling. Exhale, drop those hips down. So now you should be facing the back right corner of your mat, I think. Bend your left knee to bring your heel in towards the groin, toes towards the inner right thigh. Bring your right hand just in front of your right thigh as we inhale, reach those left fingers all the way up. And as we exhale, option to side stretch over towards the right side. So again, on this side, maybe you can reach the toes, but we're not forcing the side stretch. We're just working enough that we can feel it through to the waist, maybe even a little bit into the deep webbing of the lower back. Inhaling, make your way back up, plant the left hand behind your hip, option for a little lift. If it feels good, press those hips forward and then exhale, release down. Now it gets a little confusing here, so bring your right leg, your back leg up and over to bring your right foot so it steps down to the outside of the left thigh. Use the crook of the left elbow around your right shin as you bring your right hand behind your hip, looking behind over your right shoulder. Inhaling, gently make your way back through center and exhale, little counter twist, just gently looking out over your left. Inhale back through center, and we're going to see if we can come out the same way you came in. If not, don't worry, you can just roll over and make your way back to down dog. Otherwise, press your right heel to the back of the mat, left heel out at an angle, so you've created like a 90-degree angle through your legs. Push through your left hand, reach those right fingertips up for fallen triangle, and then as we exhale, plant the right hand down. Inhale, pick up the right heel, step the left foot all the way up and back for three-legged down dog. And then exhale, either three-legged chaturanga or just press back to down dog. Inhaling, back bend. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. From here, we're just going to come through to sit on our shins. So drop the knees down. We're going to take a little bit of work just to work on the stabilization of our foundations. Really good for the autumn time, really to connect to grounding energy. So we can plant the palms down and tuck the toes under. So the soles of the feet are getting a little stretch here. If, like me, your pinky toe doesn't quite tuck under, you can use your hands to just tuck that pinky toe back. If you feel safe here, you're going to walk your hands back to the point where you can place your sit bones onto your heels. We're going to take a quick cactus of the arms while we're here. This may feel really intense for you like it does for me, so just hold off out, rest when you need to. So we're going to cactus the arms, bring your arms out to parallel with each other, take an inhalation. As we exhale, bring the palms together to touch. Inhale, cactus the arms, lift the chin, lift the chest. As we exhale, palms of the hands touch, forearms touch. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more round, breathing in, cactus those arms, really open your heart. Exhale, palms of the hands together to touch. And then gently bring those hands forward. This should feel like a nice release. Just gently tap the tops of the feet to the earth. Now, if you have any injuries to your ankles, you may just want to stay here with the tops of the feet flat. Eventually, maybe we sit the hips to the heels. bringing the weight back into the heels. And if you haven't had any injuries to your ankles, you can tense your fingers behind your hips and begin to gently lift those knees off the earth. Make sure you keep some weight back into the hands so we're not straining into those ankles. And this is just to familiarize ourselves with our foundations, the toes, really earthing yourself, rooting yourself. If you have the opportunity today, maybe get those toes outside and feel the earth beneath them. Good. When you're ready, just gently bring yourself back. Come forward to a tabletop, and you can just cross at the shins to bring your pelvis back as you extend the legs and come to lay down on your back. So we're just going to finish off the class the same way we opened it up. On our exhalation, we're going to hug both knees into the chest. And once again, we're going to let go of the control of our breathing. Maybe we're just going to find a slightly deeper belly breath, diaphragmatic breathing. Feel the massage of the belly against the surface of the thighs. And now as you exhale, bring your feet to the floor, but bring your feet a little bit wider so they're more like mat distance apart. Once again, you can cactus the arms or bring your arms out to a capital T. And as we exhale, we're just going to let those knees drop to the right. You can keep your gaze up or look out over your left shoulder. We've done more than enough deep twisting and side body stretching today, so we're just going to let this be a more natural twist. As we inhale, bring the legs to center, gaze to center. As we exhale, let the knees drop over to the left. Option to turn your neck, looking out over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring yourself back through center. Give your knees one last little hug into the chest. And then exhale, find your relaxation pose, Shavasana, extending your legs long, bringing your arms alongside the body, gently closing off the eyes. You're always welcome to have your knees bent, maybe a soft dip of the chin towards the chest to create a little bit more space through the back of the neck. And I want you to just observe how you're feeling through not only the physical body, how you're feeling through your joints, your muscles, but as we move a little bit deeper into the subtle body, notice how it feels to breathe. Maybe you have a little bit more spaciousness to breathe here after opening up all of those beautiful muscles that surround your lungs. You may even notice a tingling or a kind of pulsing through the energetic body. This is a good indication that you've replenished some energy through the vibrant movement of the flow practice. Once again, just moving back to that little visualization of wringing yourself out. So like a dishcloth, you squeeze out all of the stale energy, the energy that no longer serves you towards your highest purpose. That stale energy has been cleared and cleansed from your body, leaving you more open and more receptive to the divine intention for yourself. And maybe in this space, you know the intention that you want to set for yourself. You know the direction in which you want to go. And maybe you don't, and that's fine too. Wherever you are, we're just enjoying this sense of lightness, this openness, and this real potential for what life has in store for us. Remembering in this moment that you are the artist of your own life, and you get to choose the direction in which you want to take for this brand new season as we transition into the beautiful autumn equinox. Please stay resting here in your meditation, Shavasana, for as long as you'd like today. If you'd like to finish off your practice with some guided journaling, some gentle reflective practices, then that would be a wonderful way to spend your time. If not, I wish you a wonderful transition into the next season. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And today, as you go forward, I wish you peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. Namaste.